Morning guys, I'm just walking down the lane to what would have been the residence of Titus Salt Jr. I hope I don't have any camera issues today. This is the residence that was built in 1870. The plans of Thomas Harris, and it was built in the style of Victorian gothic revival. And we're coming up upon the grand entrance to Milner Field, which is now a wilderness. We have to take a slightly diverted path now. Across a stream that I believe was once the house's water supply. I think there's basically a diverted underground river. I've just seen something I've not seen before. Oh god, I've got wet feet already. Great, I've just got here. What the hell is that? Oh wow, what is that? That's really strange. Is that a tree? Oh, it's a tree that's uprooted. Doe. Yeah, basically a tree that's obviously collapsed at some point in the high winds. Pretty much all of this would have been open. But as you can see, it's just being reclaimed by nature. Don't mind the camera work. You would have been able to walk a straight line towards the arch from this way, but obviously we have huge sways of trees that have fallen over. I wonder if I can get through this way. Ah, yeah. Incidentally, this large embankment that rises up is actually the sort of boundary for the original Milner Field, which would have been right up on that hill. Ooh, it's a bit squelchy around here and there's cobwebs. Ooh. Okay, so cobwebs. I don't know why I came this way. I must have been insane. Where am I? Nettles. Okay, this isn't going as planned, but never mind. There we go. I'm over. I'm through. Okay, I'm a little bit further over than I thought I should have been, but never mind. Oh, hey ho. At least I've managed to get a view of the back of the collapsed archway. And I have just seen over here, amongst all these fabulous ferns that are growing, I believe, yes, is that more? Oh look, here we go. We have stonework. If I can pull some of this off here with my bare hands, you can see that. That was basically part of the archway. You can See the angular curve at the top, and over on this section there's another huge piece hidden with another piece that seems to pop out at the side. Oh, that is way too thick for me to pull off. Oh, crikey. You can't say I don't get down and dirty for my craft. Yeah. There's actually a load of it down here that I've never seen before, but obviously it's covered in ivy. Right, let me just swing myself around. All the dead trees and spiders. Great. Oof, gross. Right, we'll walk back on ourselves. That didn't really go to plan, but never mind. So, over the fallen trees. We are at the remains of the Gothic arch, which would have stood, well, partially still stands. It would have gone all the way over. And I'm not very good at inserting images because I'm a technophobe, but I will show you. There you go. A view. The house would have opened up right in front of us, and obviously the Gothic arch, that is that side. Christ only knows why they didn't leave it here. They should have just left it. I mean, they did a piss poor job of demolishing it anyway, so I mean, that bit is huge. And then obviously, see how many times I can say obviously. Sorry, cobwebs. You can see the dress stone. The details were pretty much the same as the house, with the curvature of the corner of the stone, and oh god, it must have been amazing. The other section, I believe the stone footings are buried under all that ivy. I'm dying to get in there, but whenever I come here I get waylaid with other tasks. God, it's like steel rope. Ooh, don't even know what is under there, but anyway. There you go. If you can just see that. That's the base of that huge piece there. Which you can see a bit more of these days. More bits of stone under there that were part of the arch, and then a huge piece over there with a tree on top. Ooh. More carved pieces. Pretty much the house would have been right in front of us. Another huge stone block over there, and more over there. So this was a small courtyard. It wasn't huge, and it was, I guess, covered in gravel. Now, from my reckonings, the house wasn't too far away from the archway, and we're pretty much walking in a straight line. The porch was aligned with the archway, and seeing as I can't walk through that, I have to just pop round where this tree was, or where this tree is, sorry. I believe the porch would have been here, and the house, the remains of a house, are strewn around here. With whacking great big trees growing through. We'll get to that bit over there later. I'm just going to walk around what I think is the outline of the building. Just seen another, let me just take a slightly diverted path. I don't know what this piece is from, presumably the house, but how it ended up all the way over here, who knows. Just looks like a big boulder. Actually, while I'm over here, see, I get really distracted. Another piece of the arch. This and that there, but you can't really see that. But this, if I remove this ivy, it shouldn't be too difficult. Get off. There you go. That was one of the finials that sat aloft at the top of each pillar. If you can see that. I know it's difficult, but there you go. There's one of those, and I have just seen a big piece that looks like a V shape. Or something similar anyway. That was part of the arch. I mean, God only knows why we just didn't leave it. We should have just left it. There was no point knocking it down, was there, really? Considering what a crap job they did. Right, this is what I wanted to show you. Stone footings here, hidden. And all the crap is basically the wall. There was a wall that ran all the way up to the arch, and all the way here, and then all the way over here, following along. I know it's difficult to see, but trust me, there is an outline of a wall, and pretty much it used to go all the way. Probably got spiders in my hair now as well, because I can feel the webs. Thanks. Pretty much all the way along up to the house. So the wall actually divided this side of the property from the house, and the house corner would have been somewhere up here. Now if we walk down, these amazing pieces of rubble. This was the separate entrance into the kitchen block. So, judging by from all the rubble, I would probably imagine that we are now at the kitchen block. Now, if I can remember roughly where my floor plan is, because I do have my book with me, but bear with me. There we go. Stand back a bit. I mean, there's no pictures of the kitchen block. I don't think they took such pictures of domestic areas back in the day. This is the kitchen block with the separate entrance, with the round octagonal kitchen. Sorry about the shaky hand. So, you can still see buried mound there. I would presume that that was one side of the gate post, and the other side would have been somewhere over here. And pretty much we're walking into the yard now. And there would have been buildings, a long building over here. See all the rubble. And then there would have been a long building over here. These were associated rooms with the kitchen wing. And it doesn't look like anything now. But if we come up here, you can see pretty much the outlines. This piece here was clearly part of one of the buildings, as I said. Would have come all the way along, right to the end. If I climb up here, you can see the strange looking brickwork that would have been the rear end. This pretty much would have been the octagonal kitchen, and I know this because you can still see how the shape takes form. It's definitely octagonal. Oh, this interesting structure here is something that one of my fellow enthusiasts is wanting to take a look at. Alan. He believes that this is a fireplace for the kitchen, and it does look like a fireplace, I have to say. If we look down here, you can see the edge of the stone. I mean, you can see how the blocks are put together. And that damn thing growing through it. I mean, what are the odds of a tree growing through the remnants of a fireplace? The edge. Well, it's just a big old mess now. But we are actually in the kitchen, which is strange. And get down without breaking my neck. Sorry about the camera work. I can only imagine. Parts of the roof. Obviously, what came down last was what was at the top. Huge pieces of stone. No way in hell you would get me down there. Now, this is what I believe is under. Can you see that? Kitchen. See those stairs right in the middle? And it says, I know you can't read it, but it does say butler. That is pretty much underneath. So this was the very outer corner of the house. And then there is some structure there. That was actually part of one of the kitchen wing buildings that adjoined the house. A little cellar underneath there. But yeah, this was actually the corner of the house, judging by where it says butler. That long wall there is the associated buildings for the kitchen block, and as I've just said, that is that there. Just seen a shard of glass in the dirt. I have to pull it out while I'm here. Only a piece of glass to some of you, but to me, oh look, it's that weird green liney grass, and look how thick that is. Victorian glass. So, past a creepy cellar entrance, an even creepier looking tree. The house rises above us. We are now climbing up on the house itself. This unassuming hole, as I've previously posted, under this section are, if I get my map again on my floor plan, the stairs, the domestic stairs that led from the house all the way down to the kitchen wing. Another cellar entrance. So the kitchen wing was deliberately lower than the actual house. I think in Victorian times it was uncouth to have, well, in high society anyway, to have kitchen smells and noises emanating in the house. So pretty much the house was all the way up there and the kitchen wing sort of dropped down to this level, which was quite good actually. Outline of the building that I was talking about that goes straight down to where that huge tree is in the distance. It's actually a cornerstone still in situ. Or maybe not, maybe it just fell there. More white dress stone from a domestic wing. And obviously humongous parts of the roof. Beautiful, beautiful carved pieces. Rotten that it's just strewn here. So you can see still, even though there's trees growing through it, the rear of the domestic wing. The wall ran behind the kitchen all the way along. All the way. Ugh. To the edge, to where it met with the main house, and that is the corner of the main house. Now this here, this wall, which you can see still standing, is the wall to the upper terrace. I'm going to have to flick through my book a bit again just to try and find you a picture. Sorry about the camera work. I should really be a little bit more organised, but I'm not fancy pantsy. I can't insert images into the video like some people can, and I don't go in for the whole na 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 music either. Damn it. Trying to find a suitable image. But of course I've failed. Let's have a look. I should have marked the pages really, shouldn't I? I have various pictures of the back of the house, but I'm trying to find one with the conical roof garden. Conical roof garden? The garden house. And I'm really mucking this up, so I'm so sorry. This is my first proper attempt at a vlog, so you just have to bear with. I'm just going to walk round slightly. Oh well, trust me. Right on the corner there was a circular garden house. And you can just about see in the trees the ivy covered wall that framed the house. We're now standing on what was the planted garden, and it was a formal garden, and I do have an aerial view of pretty much what this looked like where I'm stood. It was a formal garden planted by Marnock. Hopefully you can see that. But obviously now it's just a wilderness. Almost like, I guess, a topiary with bushes and shaped trees. Incidentally, apparently there are still species, quite rare species of tree on this land that have a protection order on them, which is quite good. It means hopefully no one's going to be able to redevelop. We would not like that. This is the park view front that Titus would have had, right in front of his property. Well, obviously these trees wouldn't have been here, but apparently if you looked right over that way back in the day, you'd have been able to see on the horizon Salt's Mill and Saltaire. I mean, it must have been marvellous. Again, sorry about the camera work. I'm determined to find something a bit better than that, but that's what would have been in front of us pretty much. And now it's that. Which really makes me sad, I have to say. I'm a particular sort that feels quite angry and upset that, you know, I never got to see this. I never got to see this marvellous building that would have been here. So, as I said, we are on the lower planted garden. I mean, I have to say, that holly tree is really out of place. I mean, look at the size of it. It's humongous. Could that have been something that was planted by Marnock? I really don't know. But it is out of place. I know there are other holly bushes on the property, but for this one just to be here, and the rest are, to myself, unassuming trees. Interesting. This is something that we're particularly proud of. We managed to uncover the remains of the sweeping stairs. Now again, I'm going to have to try and find, well, pretty much. I don't know how far back I should have stood, but I'm not going too far. So this is how the house looked back in the day. You can just see the stairs popping off in this direction. They basically went left and right. And that is what we've uncovered. I mean, the house would have been right there, clearly, above that ivy covered wall. Bottom step still in situ with the post. This central piece was the centre support for this side of the staircase. I mean, if you look at the thickness of the steps, how the hell all the other steps vanished? How did anyone carry them out of here? That's possibly a step there, and maybe one under there. I really don't know, but someone pillaged them because there was far too many, and there's none here. This was the central section, so If I can find a way of... There we go. So, I'm now stood in the central section. The stairs would have swept down that way and also swept down that way. Now, last time we were here, we did start to uncover this side, but it's far more, there's far more soil here. I think really that possibly this section here in the middle, this stone, is the central support of the other stairs that came down, but I really don't know. Basically they were aligned with each other, so they were humongous. So we are walking up the centre of the stairs, and somewhere around this area would have been, the ante room, which was that doorway there. It's more like a back door waiting area. God knows why they call it an ante room. That side where quite clearly a bulldozer went through and took the house with it would have been the library. And this would have been the drawing room. And the bay window, which would have looked like that, would have been right there where we've managed to find some of the foundations that curve around. You can just about see it. I mean, you have to use your imagination. Bloody hell, it's overgrown to hell. This, I believe, is the original terrace paving.